culture fit so that they can engage in more meaningful interviews and ultimately reduce the amount of times they make bad hires. Next slide, please. So we're already pretty fortunate to have the chance to be working with some pretty big and famous companies like Ericsson, like Giphy, like Alice, and about a dozen more. And we're already seeing the first few $1,000s coming in from them in revenue. Next slide. The problem we're solving for them is a pretty big one. Bad hiring decisions are attributable to costing companies in the United States at least around $50 billion a year. On an individual level, hiring teams usually struggle to justify great reasons as to why they choose to engage with one person over another. And the way they make decisions usually leads to bias and lack of diversity, which are pretty important challenges faced in the United States and I'm sure also in Mexico. The thing is, within recruiting and the technology that recruiters use, a lot of money is being poured into making recruiting more efficient, but not really making the data better or even changing it for that matter. Next slide, please. And what this ends up giving us with bad data is a very distorted and one-sided view of how somebody is, whether how they are in a certain set of keywords or how they are in a very stressful situation like an interview, but not necessarily how they will perform over the long term. And that's why we created Day 100. You can think of Day 100 as a way to see the future and get a long-term holistic view of someone before you begin engaging with them or decide to hire with them. And the way it works is that we are a platform that delivers data about the people that the company is engaging with, either people that are applying to them or that they are sourcing through recruiting activities, and helps them have a richer understanding of who these people are.